Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Sitting next to me is Mike Brenner. This is
He's
the
all
college
wound up.
basketball odds
Little wound
couple
up
show.
there.
Well, it's just exciting.
It's March
just
Madness,
exciting.
baby.
Yeah, March Madness, Friday, March 11th.
See, what a lot of people don't realize, they think March Madness, they think the big
Oh,
dance.
no.
The conference
Oh, no.
tournaments are what
Oh,
stirs
no.
up the March Madness. I
Right.
mean, it's amazing what's happening and
then-
who's covering and how
then-
tight the lines are.
And then you got the NIT and the CBI
Yes.
and the CIT. They made,
Yep.
and I actually had a winning day. I actually had a very winning day yesterday.
I did
not,
too.
not in our picks here, but we got all the late lines, the first half,
Yeah.
the second half, so everything.
See, and a lot of viewers don't know that. This is early, okay?
Yeah.
So we're trying to get these out as soon as we can, but the lines are not adjusted in some cases.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, let's pan over to this board and show what happened. Yesterday, I went 1 win, 1 loss, and 3 pushes. That's how tight the lines are. So 11 and 13, 45%. Pete had a rough day at 2 and 4. Promises he's picking it up today, 13 and 17, 43. But this spells unacceptable.
I promised to share the bets that I made. That's what I promised to
and
do.
that's true. And we both had profitable days on the books because I hammered a few home last night. But with that being said, let's see what's happening today.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of picks, Pete. I'm just going to give you a
Sounds
little
good.
warning.
All right, I promise only to share the picks that I made on the overnights, and those
Yeah.
are completely honest.
These lines move, too,
win
like
or lose,
yesterday.
win or lose. All right, so once again, let's just go down the big 6, right? 4 games in the SEC. Now, the first one, that was one of my losses. Florida, actually.
You took, who'd you take? Auburn plus the points?
No, I took Arkansas,
Arkansas.
plus 3, and it was
Yeah.
actually close down to the wire. They could have
Yeah.
they could have easily covered. And I guess I was one thing that I wasn't quite counting on was Florida center John Egbunu.
Yeah.
Turned out that he was healthy and played pretty well, so that's pretty big for them. I'm thinking that I actually bet the under 140 on that one. There was an early opener on that one, and I bet that one. Then we got Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Kentucky got to be leading them here, except
What
Alabama.
are you looking at the line? Is there a line out for that?
There is an opener at Bet Online, so that could be a
I
bunch
saw
of,
it at 10s, what I saw.
9.5. Yeah,
Okay,
opener at Bet
great.
Online, 9.5.
God bless America.
Alabama maybe re-energized a bit. Then we got Tennessee, LSU. Tennessee 2 straight double-digit covers.
I know it.
Could
Rick
be one of
Barnes
these-
is coaching now.
Yeah. And LSU, a team that we've discussed, is overvalued in general. That line opened at 4.5 at Bet Online, and then Georgia, South Carolina. There was a blogger who mentioned that they really liked Georgia yesterday.
Yeah, I know it.
And South Carolina, they're probably in the tournament. Their leading scorer is Ailing. That opened at South Carolina minus 2.5. Maybe Georgia plus 2.5 is a good pick. Do you have any picks on Florida?
I scratched that right off, but I do have A&M. I like A&M on the first half against Florida.
Okay.
It's -2.
Florida got a good win. I can't say I'm disagreeing with that.
Yep.
I'm liking the under, and I'll probably also be on the first half under
Yeah,
smaller.
but that's
though.
my official Texas A&M first half -2 against the Gators. That's a 1 p.m. tip-off. And again, these lines may move. Yesterday, I locked Oklahoma at 3. They win by 3. I mean, so it was a push.
Absolutely. I'm also leaning to the under in Alabama, Kentucky when that line comes out. I don't know when it's going to
Okay,
come
well,
out.
I got to put this out there now,
Yeah.
okay, because it's SEC. Kentucky's going to manhandle. They're going to trounce, and Alabama's going to wish they didn't play basketball. They're going to feel like they played football after this game. All right, Kentucky on the half -5.
Okay.
And I got them on the game. If it's available at 9.5, I'm going to take it.
I mean, yeah, the
But
problem
I'm
is,
going to say 10 because it's probably going to be at 10.
well, it's just a Bet Online opener, so it
but
could
it
be,
is
it
a
could be
line
anything.
opener. But
Yeah.
just so you know, viewers, I'm taking Kentucky on the half -5 and the game -10.
Well, no. If you're taking the Bet Online opener, we're giving you 9.5.
Okay,
I'm just
9.5.
saying. I'm just saying taking a Bet Online opener is a little bit questionable, just because it might open at market wide 12 or something like that. You know what I mean?
All
But
right.
if we can do that, we're doing that. All right, and then let's see.
So I got 3 picks so far.
Right. Okay. And then the ACC. Of course, Notre Dame off the OT.
What do you think about that? You
was
took
great.
the second half.
Oh,
I stuck
yeah.
my head in Pete's office
Yeah.
yesterday when the
Yeah.
halftime, because we
Yeah.
both had I had Notre Dame on the half, didn't cover. I said, I guarantee you took them on the second half. He said, yes, I did.
Absolutely.
And look at that, beautiful.
Yeah, those are the kinds of bets that I make that wind up with winning days. Even though
and he
although
said
we
it with
we
confidence, too.
we did have a winner on that one though.
Yeah.
UNC, they're getting 7.5. Notre Dame doesn't rotate a lot of guys. They played a lot of minutes. UNC on the first. I'll give that as a pick. UNC on the first half probably going to be -4, right?
Okay, yep, that's probably what it'll be, speculative, -3.5 or 4. So, yep.
You have no pick on that game?
No, I'm not taking it.
Why do you want UNC minus first half?
I don't have
No, why
it.
don't you want it?
Because I don't know if they're going to cover. I don't think they're going to
Really?
beat. I don't have to want it because I don't want it. Well, you think automatically Notre Dame.
You like Notre Dame that much? You think?
I just think that game could go either way, and
Really?
something tells me stay the hell away from it.
Okay, and then
I'm into moving this number
all
up,
right,
baby.
and then we got Miami, Virginia. That one opened Virginia -4.5. Again, a Bet Online opener,
stay away
and
from that one, too.
I think you got to lean Miami, although I'm going to stay away from it as well. But
I'm
you got to
staying
lean
away.
Miami.
You got to lean
points.
Miami. That
Right.
team is really getting fired up. And Rodriguez is going to have a big game.
All right, now Big 12, the Big 12, Oklahoma and West Virginia. We've discussed how we're both in general low on Oklahoma, although you picked them yesterday, which was smart, getting them at -3.
Yeah.
And then West Virginia, we've said we're high on the BetOnline
Bobby
opener.
Huggins got him playing good D.
BetOnline opener is basically pick 'em West Virginia +1. Do you think that's worth a bet?
Man, that's a tough one, bro.
That is kind of a tough one.
It's a tough one. It could go either way.
I would lean West Virginia, but I'm going to
I
stay
would
off
lean
the
West
Ravens.
Virginia, but I'm going to stay off.
Then Baylor, Kansas. I also bet the under on that one, 144.5. And
Give it to me, baby. I love this
Probably
one.
going to be on the. You have a pick on this one?
Yes,
Go
I
for
do.
It. Go for it.
Kansas on the first
Okay.
half. What line did you see on
Well,
the game?
I have. Okay, let's see. Right now, we do have a market-wide line on that one.
What's
The line
5.5?
is. The line is. Where the hell is this line? It's 6.
At 6, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take Kansas on the first half, all right, and it's realistically going to be probably 3 or 3.5, all right? So I'm taking Kansas on the half and the game.
All right.
Kansas on the half and the game. Baylor's just not going to have a shot here. I'm
Nice
just
win
sorry.
over Texas. You're not sold on Baylor.
No, I'm not sold on Baylor, and I really think that Kansas is just really focused. Bill Self knows, hey, we got to stay focused
Right.
with the big boys, and he knows Kentucky's firing on all cylinders. So
Right.
Kansas on the half, Kansas on the game.
Okay, and I did bet the under on that one, 144.5. And then in the Big East, this game, this
Ooh.
one, I'll give a pick. Providence,
would.
Providence +9.
Felt, you felt that one yesterday, my man.
Yeah, I mean, the Wildcats, Villanova, also Daniel Ochefu might be a little bit banged up. He tweaked an
And
ankle
Nova
injury.
didn't do anything yesterday special, especially early. They looked terrible early.
Look, Nova's an awesome team.
Yeah.
But they're given 9 points.
I know.
Providence they were looking really good in the beginning of the year. Then they went down. Now they're maybe picking it up again. I think 9 points is enough for
And
me
I
to take.
think so too. You know why? Because deep down, Nova knows no matter what, they're going to be a seed. You're going to get the top seed. So, yeah.
And also Daniel Ochefu is
banged up. Ochefu.
All right,
Where's he from?
Providence +9. That's one of my picks. You have anything to say about that, or Seton Hall Xavier? Xavier
No,
-3.5.
no, I'm staying off of those, but I'm going to enjoy it.
Moving on to Big Ten. Very
Yes.
interesting games here. Obviously, we got Michigan State, just a juggernaut of ATS covering. You know, if you have been betting Michigan State game in and game out for the past 2 or 3 months, you are a tech billionaire by now. And they're -11 BetOnline opener against Ohio State. Then also we got Michigan.
Team that they've manhandled twice this
Yes,
year,
yes.
really have. Now, but my question to you, Ohio State's feeling good about themselves, all right? Playing decent ball. Thad Matta's, done a great job. Does Michigan State kind of rest on their laurels today, thinking, we already know where we're going? Do you think that plays into this? It's why I stayed off of it.
I mean, the problem is, even if they do it a little bit, they could easily wind up not covering 11. You know what I mean?
And the first half was 6. Last time they played, they covered the half, but they were only up 10 on their home floor.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
a little
neutral.
bit-
I'm staying
right.
off it, Pete. Something told me to stay off. And guess what? Michigan State might blow their damn doors out, but I'm staying away.
Well, I mean, we saw this with Kansas when they were covering game in, game out. Then at the end of the year, they were still winning, but just not quite covering. And the last game against Ohio State was dead on the money with the spread. So yeah, that's interesting. Then Michigan and Indiana.
I got a call on that one, baby.
I did bet Indiana on the overnight line. I picked them at 6, and I bet them
you
at
got
7.
it at 6.
Yeah, and now it's
Fantastic.
7. And I would take them on the first half as well. Do you have anything? What you have a pick on that one?
It's my first pick, first
Go
half.
for it. Okay.
First half, I grabbed it at 3.5, but it might be 4. If it's 4, that's fine.
We'll check the lines when
Yeah,
they're
we
out.
will check the lines, but Indiana only on the half is another one of my picks.
Okay, sounds good. Then we have to mention Illinois. 2 straight double-digit underdog
Wow,
wins. Now they're a
love that
double-digit
team.
dog again.
Amazing.
Purdue, though, not exact. I mean, they stepped up their offense. They're really scoring now,
Yeah, they
and
are.
they're 3-0-1 ATS.
I thought
so-
maybe you'd have a call on the total on that game,
but
it wasn't out, right?
Yeah, it wasn't out, and I did look at it. I think it's 139, and I'm
Yeah.
still thinking about that.
I figured you would be
that's
looking at
about
that
right.
one.
If it was lower, I would go with the over, but at 139, no.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to the Pac-12. Oregon, Arizona, Utah, Cal. There's not even any bet online openers yet.
Zero.
So we both had Cal yesterday.
Sure did.
Great call, but I'm not sure if I'd want to bet on them against Utah, and then Oregon, Arizona. That one is probably, I don't know, a coin flip for me.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Okay, that's it. We hit
Oh,
all.
I got Maryland too.
Oh, Maryland. Sorry, I didn't mean to move on.
Yeah,
Okay.
Maryland's taking on Nebraska.
Maryland
and I
taking on
like,
Nebraska.
Yeah,
The
overnight
opener-
line was 7, right?
The opener at Bet On, there was no overnight line. The opener is a 7.5.
7.5, and the first half is going to be a speculative, but 4.
Okay.
I love it. I like Maryland on the first half -4, and
Yeah.
then I have a 2-team teaser that involves Maryland
Oh, my
because
God.
Maryland is the first team on it. If it's -7, it'll then be -3 because there's a 4-point adjustment, and Kentucky, all right, -9.5. 4.5. It'll now be minus 5.5. And I love it. I love it. Kentucky's going to rock and roll them. So I'm going to review my picks because I got a lot of them.
Go for it. Go for it. Review them.
And please take note of these. Bet these. I'm going to lift my number. Indiana on the first half minus 4. Texas A&M on the first half minus 2. Kentucky on the first half minus 5. Kentucky on the game minus 9.5. Kansas on the first half minus 3. Kansas on the game minus 5.5. Maryland on the first half minus 4. And a 2-team teaser with Kentucky and Maryland. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8 picks for Mike Brenner. And Brenner's feeling good. I'm really thinking I'm going to hit at least 6 of these, Pete, and I'm feeling good about it. I'm not trying to be crazy here. There's value. This is when you got to jump in. Today's the day. I'm going to nail it.
You know what? You're right. I'm going to hold off on my UNC first half. I'm going to pull that one. I am going to give Providence at +9.
Okay.
Providence at +9, and then I also took on the overnight line. I took St. Joseph's, and that's minus 1.5.
Oh yeah, I looked at that.
St. Joe's over George Washington. That's a minus 1.5. And
are you going to use it?
Yes, I will use that one. St. Joe's minus 1.5, and then maybe I'll tail you on Maryland. That's a good pick. You like that one, right?
Good pick.
It's a
First half minus 4.
First half minus 4. I'll tail you on that one. First half
Yeah.
minus 4. Maryland. I'll take that one. And what else?
Totals
Totals
Loshak. He's feeling
no,
it.
but there's no total. I mean, well, I did bet. I told you what I bet. But
Hey, that's your nickname, buddy.
I'm also leaning Houston over Tulane, but I guess.
My wife got a kick out of that story though about when you said when you go to parties and only married women hit on you. So she says she's got a fine-looking Colombian friend, and I'm not kidding. My wife has some beautiful friends.
Really?
Yes, and we might be doing a little double date next week.
This might be a winning college basketball
I'm not kidding
season.
either. This is a true story. This is a true story.
All right, so those are my picks. I got 3 picks. St. Joe's minus 1.5, tailing Mike Brenner on Maryland minus 4, and Purdue +3. That's it.
Purdue
for me.
+3. What about Providence +9?
Sorry, I meant Providence +9.
All right, so you got Providence +9, St. Joe minus 1.5, and Maryland on a half minus 4.
Where did Purdue +3
I don't
come
know.
from? I'm losing my freaking mind.
I mentioned my wife's
Yeah,
friend.
and it fried my
Senorita.
brain. They've actually done studies that men
beautiful.
get stupider in the presence of women that they're attracted to. I've read studies about that.
But yeah,
all right.
He's still rocking with the shades, though. You got to love it.
Okay, Friday, March 11th. Show is done. We communicated
but
what we needed
before
to
we
communicate.
end, I got to pan the board one
Go
more
ahead.
time. Brenner's got 8 picks, okay? And Pete's got 3. All right, here we go. I'm 11-13. I'm disgusted with that. 45% is unacceptable. I know it.
I think it's funny.
You think it's funny, but I own my losses. I take this shit personal, Pete. I do. I go to bed. My wife will tell you. I go to bed at night. I take it personal. Pete's 13-17.
I think that's even funnier.
43%, but he's going to lift it up with his 3 picks today. Remember, Brenner's got 8 picks. Enjoy it, and bet responsibly and beat your book.
All right. That's it. We'll be back tomorrow.
Absolutely. Have a great day.